Good morning. It's Saturday, April 12th, around 9 a.m. I'm getting a late start today because it's super cold. It's probably 34, 33 degrees and had a hard time getting up and around this morning. Going to go 14 miles to a shelter that's 2 shelters away. I don't remember the name of it at the moment, but it's overcast, foggy. The high today is going to be 47 or 48. Tomorrow it's supposed to warm up to 60 and then 76 on Monday. That will be nice because it's cold. My phone's not holding a charge right now. I think it's just because it's too cold to charge and my charger's draining fast. So hopefully I have enough power to go another 2 or 3 days for videos. Otherwise, I might have to miss a day of videos because I'm just not maintaining a charge. I got a cheap charger to have as a spare and it died on me in the cold. My good charger is charging, but not as fast as it typically does. And my phone's not charging unless I have it insulated. And I forgot to do that last night. So we'll see how it goes. But today we'll show you the trail the best we can and try to make it 14.5 miles. See you soon. All right, I'm probably about a half mile away from camp. This is what it looks like this morning. I'm in a climb right now. So obviously getting higher in the altitude. Everything is ice glazed. The tree tops, the little bushes are all covered in ice. Very hard to operate my fingers. I have my gloves on right now, so that's helpful. I'm probably going to turn my phone off because it's going to drain really fast and I'm not going to be able to film later when I want to. The good news is Gretel caught up to me yesterday. He left Hot Springs and hiked 19.5 miles to the shelter I was at to be able to be hiking again together. I kind of feared he would do that, and I'm happy he did do that. So we're back together. He's getting a later start from camp, but he'll likely pass me by here soon. So there's little flecks of ice falling from the tree branches above. They're very minimal. Kind of gives the sense that it's snow flurries, but it's not. And I just continue to climb. So this morning there's going to be a big climb right now. Then it's going to kind of level off. Not necessarily level off, kind of just ups and downs, but minimal. And then down. And others are saying the high is going to be in the 50s today, like 52, 53. I read yesterday, so it's dated information, but I read the high is going to be 47 or 48 today. I hope it gets above the 50s because I want to have use of my fingers again. Thankfully, after yesterday's heavy rain, my pants were dry this morning. My shirts were dry this morning. My socks were still wet. Tried to dry them in my sleeping bag the last hour. Should have had them in overnight and they'd probably be dry. But anyway, I didn't want to put my dry pair of socks on, which I have, only because my shoes are soaking wet and they would have soaked through those socks. So I want to keep some of my clothing dry and able to be worn at night when I sleep. So that's the plan. And you know, I'm actually thankful for climbing right now because it's definitely warming me up and I'm slowly getting used to my fingers again. But I have no plans of taking my puffy jacket, my beanie, or my gloves off anytime soon. It's beautiful when it's iced over like this, but not comfortable. So anyway, happy to have Gretel back too. Currently 10 a.m. I'm about 2 miles into a 14-mile day. It's still overcast. At least it's warming up a little bit. I have feelings in my fingers now and my toes are getting feelings. Now the only reason my toes haven't had, well, they have had feeling, but my toes are cold only because they're wet, but they're heating up with the walk. So this is kind of what it looks like. Again, little pieces of little shards, very, very tiny and thin, of ice are coming off the branches of these trees, which gives the impression that it's snowing a little bit, like flurries, but it's not flurries. The trail is mild at the moment. I'm heading down. I had a big climb that I've already completed. So I think most of the rest of today is going to be up and down, small ups and downs, not too bad. And hopefully my phone holds up. I'm at like 59% right now. And I'm turning it off when I'm not using it, only because it's draining really fast. And again, my charger is draining really fast. And I'm hoping I have enough charge to get me through the next 3 days so that I can at least keep filming. So I'm only using the phone for bare essentials nets to film. So yeah, anyway, we'll get there, and the day's fine so far. It's currently about 11:08. A little while back I came across a sign where the trail split. There was an exposed ledge route and there was a bad weather route. Try to guess what route I'm taking. So I am taking the exposed ledge route. There's no bad weather at the moment. It's cool and overcast. There's barely a breeze, thank goodness. And it's not raining. Otherwise I probably would have been forced to take the other route. But this route has a lot of rocks that you have to climb up and down. So it's gonna take a little while to get through here. I believe Gretel's out in front of me. A while back, I stopped for a few minutes to make some adjustments to my pack, and someone passed me by. But it's at a distance, so I don't know if it was him or not. But he, I think, started just after me from camp, and it's the only logical person I think would have passed me. So he's probably about 10-15 minutes ahead of me, maybe less. He does move faster to begin with. And I'm guessing he took this route as well. Something to note, I'm probably about 2 miles out from the 300-mile mark. So I should be reaching 300 miles today in about 2 miles. When I end the day, I'll be at mile 309.5 or 309. Tomorrow, if I wanted to go to the next shelter, I would have to hike 19.5 miles, which I'm not certain I'm prepared to do. So Gretel and I have discussed that we will probably end up going about 14 miles tomorrow and trying to set up our tents where we can fly into a flat area in that area. If we don't, then we might be forced to push ourselves the distance to the next shelter, but we'll have to see. So far, I'm not on an exposed ledge yet. I guess maybe I'm working my way there. On the map, it shows there are views up here as well, so I won't have any views today, not with the outlook here. You can see it's just like the last few days. Tomorrow is supposed to warm up and get sunny, and it's supposed to be like 76 or 78 on Monday. I'm looking forward to that if that truly holds true. So anyway, let's make our way to that 300-mile mark. It's 11:30. Currently climbing this exposed ridge line. Gretel's out ahead of me. I think it would be an amazing view if it didn't look like this. I'm less than a half a mile away from the 300-mile mark, which is awesome. Now, also, I just met a father and his 11-year-old daughter and like 14-year-old son on a day hike, and we talked for a few minutes, and he ended up getting my YouTube channel so he could follow along. But he said it was going to be cool up here, and he's right. Even though there's no views, it's pretty neat to be able to walk this ridge line, and it's just fun. So this is me doing it. Again, my phone doesn't have a lot of charge right now, so I'm gonna have to charge it at some point. And I think what was happened is, I guess it was on Wi-Fi roaming and I had no idea. So obviously that drained it fast, and I should have looked to that, but I didn't. But I just realized it now. So anyway, hopefully I can kind of save some of the battery charge so I can continue making videos these next few days. But this is the top of the ridge line. Okay, this is where I'm coming from. I just want you to see my current trail situation. So I have to go down this into that little dip and then climb the face of that rock to get back to wherever that takes me, but that's the trail. The blaze is behind me on a rock, and there's a blaze here you can see off in the distance. So this should be fun. All right, I'm gonna let you go for now and try to do this. 12:30, had to film this. I filmed a little bit of it already, but never seen anything like this until I came to this part of the country. I think this is known as rime ice. And yeah, it's a little breezy in here. That's probably what's causing it. But overall, it's not too bad. I'm actually in my rain jacket, wind shirt, and t-shirt without gloves and without a beanie right now. I had all that stuff on. But when I was climbing that ridge and rock scrambling, I got heated up really fast, so I had to change out. Sun's not going to come out today. Hopefully tomorrow, as it predicted. But so far, weather's holding exactly the way they've predicted it. 47, 48 is the high maybe, and no rain, so thank goodness for that. I'm going to get to the first shelter in about a mile or so. running a little behind, but I slowed way down on that rock scramble as well as wanting to take video and photos. And oh, and I stopped and talked to some people, some day hikers. So yeah, I'm not gonna quite get to camp by 4 as I planned, probably 4:30, maybe 5. I don't care at this point. All I ever do is set up my sleeping bag, make dinner, and crawl into my sleeping bag to stay warm. So, you know, being out another hour is not gonna be the end of the world. But it's just crazy out here. It's surreal the way it looks, as you can see. And anyway, I'm on my way. All right, so we made it to, I think, a bald. I don't know what this area is called, but it's a little different than where we've been. I actually have use of my fingers right now. There's Gretel. He made his way back yesterday. Yeah, it's pretty up here. I think we're on the lee side of the mountain. There's no little breeze there was earlier, and my hands are warming up, so that's good. And my phone's starting to charge, which is also good. So yeah, another probably 5.5 miles to camp. See you shortly. We're just leaving Big Butt Mountain, I believe, and we're heading down this section of trail, which is rock scrambling. So I'm holding my camera in my phone, or my phone camera in my hand, trying to do this without falling or breaking my camera, looking for the safest route. It's a rock scramble. It's a small one, according to some people we passed by. Probably smaller than the one we came across when we did that ridge. But just kind of give you a glimpse of what it's like going down one of these and then going back up one. Oh my goodness. That's what we're climbing there. I'm not really certain I'm going to be able to film this, so I'm going to have to turn it off because I'm likely going to drop my phone. Well, let's see. First rock done. So yeah, usually they put blazes on these rocks where you can see where you're going. Just know that this is the direction, and I just need to keep my hands free at this point because I've been slipping and sliding. So yeah, that's what we're doing. And Gretel will be coming down in a minute. So I'll be coming to the end of it. It wasn't very big. Started my camera back up, but you can see the blazes up there that mark the trail. So there will be a bit of this when we get to Pennsylvania, a lot more. Rocks are going to be bigger. Hey, what is that thing? Is that the sun? Oh my gosh. Haven't seen that in a few days. So yeah, there are going to be opportunities in Pennsylvania as well as in the White Mountains where we're going to have to put our poles away and we're going to have to use our hands and go basically hands and legs climbing up the side of these guys. Today's not that drastic, so yeah, I'm going to turn the phone off now though and swing around, show you what I came up. There's Gretel coming now around the bend. I'm going to shut her down. Gretel and I just stepped into this area of the trail. We're about 4.5 miles out from our campsite, and we came across this view, which we thought was pretty cool. I'm going to zoom in. So it shows the valley below and some homes down there and farming communities, I would imagine, maybe even some communities. I'm guessing Hot Springs is down there, maybe, I don't know. Honestly, we could be seeing Irwin, Tennessee for all I know. But this section up here, and there's like a dirt road coming up this way. It's kind of beat up. It'd be hard to bring your vehicle up, even if it was a 4-wheel drive. But this is where the trail picks up again. I just passed a blaze. Gretel's out in front. And we're probably going to be there around 4:30. We're going pretty slow today. Gretel's legs are kind of tired from having done 19.5 miles yesterday. And I just haven't been in a hurry today. So we'll get down there and get settled in soon enough. Hopefully there's signs that it's warming up for the rest of the day because it's been awfully cold. And I know it's going to be below freezing potentially in the morning, the low. So that's never fun because it's really hard to get warm. Our talk is that we're going to probably sleep in or stay in our sleeping bags until 9, maybe even later, until it warms up a little bit before we hit the trail. Since tomorrow is supposed to get a high in the 60s. So that's yet to be seen. But I think for the most part, the weather forecasts have been fairly accurate, including today's. So maybe we'll see some warmer weather. And again, Monday's supposed to be in the mid 70s. How crazy is that? I'll probably be complaining that that it's too humid at that point. So we'll see. But yeah, we're making our way. 3:30 p.m. I'm about a little over a mile out from the shelter I'll be staying at, and the sun came out for a brief minute. In pretty decent trail, but I'm realizing now I'm kind of in a down tree graveyard. So these trees all probably came down as a result of that hurricane. They're massive trees, and all you see are all these root balls. Most of them are quite a ways down the trail. That one down there, this one there, this one right here, that one up there. So they're just everywhere. The trail is clear, and obviously it's probably been repaired because this was probably all torn up. But I guess this would be an example of some of the devastation, at least on the trail, caused by the hurricane. That's crazy. Holy smokes. So I was expecting to see this after we left Uncle Johnny's in Irwin, Tennessee. But you know, it hit this area as well. So I guess this is where some of it got damaged as well. It's just crazy. It's funny because sometimes you get so wrapped up in what you're doing, and in this case I was so kind of in tune to my hike that I wasn't really paying attention until I got in the midst of it, and I'm like, wait a minute, this looks like damage, and it looks like a lot of damage. So they obviously repaired these areas because they would have left huge holes in the ground from where the roots came up and pulled the tree out with it. But thankfully all that's off the trail, and the trail's fairly smooth and easy going. So yeah, I should be there in the next 40 minutes, 45 minutes. I think I have a little bit of a climb yet, and then it levels off. And it's nice having the sun out, at least temporarily. Hopefully it warms up enough where we're not below freezing in the morning, but I doubt that. So Gretel's out in front as per usual, and I'll get there soon enough. Excited to be almost done with my day. Get changed out into warm clothes and get my sleeping bag and everything set up and make my dinner. Usually that means just kind of laying down and just chillaxing, playing games on the phone, listening to music. Typically the first thing I do after I get settled down after dinner and everything is I kind of put my video together from the day. Now I can't publish the videos until I have Wi-Fi. There's just not enough cell service out here to do that. I can put the video together, but I have to wait till town. So when I get to town, there's probably gonna be about 5 to 6 videos ready to go. So there'll be a big bunch of them coming out, and that's just how it has to be while I'm out on the trail. But yeah, it's nice to see a little bit of sun. I honestly didn't think that would happen today. Others thought the sun was supposed to come out for a while, but I wasn't so sure. Definitely makes a difference. It's amazing how much warmth you get from the sun. So I'm feeling it and I'm liking it. But yeah, I'll let you know as I get closer. It's 4:40 p.m. Made it to Flint Mountain Shelter. Machine set up his tent on the side here. Got Gretel over at the shelter getting himself put together, and I likewise. This is a nice shelter. It seems somewhat newer, but we don't know if it is for sure. Right now we're the only 3 here, but there might be others. And it's supposed to be a cold night. Hopefully that was a false statement, but it looks like Carolina Mountain Club takes care of this. It says built by the volunteers. I'm going to show you the shelter. I'm off on the corner there with Gretel next to me. This has a little bit of a 3 side barrier there on both corners. There is a book that you can sign there if you want. I haven't really been signing the books, but we're here now. I'm trying to air out and dry out my tent from the other day when it was caught in a rainstorm. It's filthy. If I can get it dried out, I can just, they have some brooms here. I can sweep all the stuff off of it and then fold it up. So there's a water source here, some campsites, and there's always well, not always, there's a bear box about 200 yards up the trail. So I'll probably make my dinner before I put my bear stuff away. But bears are in the area, apparently. I think pretty much every campsite says that these days. We have water source here as well. Tomorrow we're gonna camp in our tents because there's no shelter for like 19 and a half miles. So we're gonna try to get another 14 or 15 miles in tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. It's currently 6:45 p.m. We're at the Flint Mountain Shelter. That would be Gretel and myself. There's a handful of other hikers that have made it here as well. We're the only two sleeping in the shelter. They're all sleeping in their tents. It's supposed to get cold tonight. We are going to be hiking about 14 to 15 miles to a campsite, I think at Low Gap tomorrow. The weather's supposed to get warmer, so it's going to be 60, much warmer than today. We're probably going to sleep in and kind of wait out the cold and get up and around when it warms up, because it's tough getting up and around when it's cold. Your fingers really don't operate, and that's no fun. So we're going to wait that out if we can and get a later start and get that mileage in so that we can get to Uncle Johnny's by Tuesday morning. So all is well, and thanks again for following. I appreciate all of your comments and your support. Sunny D out.